Hey there everyone, how this is Chiquito, and I'm finally back with a cycling tour, this time around the ancient city, Rome. Woman Kashuba. We're getting to our first very popular sightseeing spot, which I'm pretty sure you guys will recognize. Of course, I'm talking about Rome's most iconic building, the Colosseum. Man, just look at that beauty. To imagine that this was not only made almost 2,000 years ago, but has also been preserved through all those generations is inconceivable. I can barely fit in my camera because it's huge. What's crazy for me is to think about all the things that happen inside here, including all the barbaric things happening. You can imagine those were different times, and this was the biggest entertainment people had back then. Although often associated with gladiator fights and violence, the Colosseum was far from just a place for bloodshed. It also hosted public ceremonies, plays, and events that brought the Roman community together. It's impossible not to keep staring at it because it's just so gorgeous. I can't think of a more iconic thing to watch, actually. It's just incredible. I had to wake up very early today because normally these places are very crowded. I mean the whole city, because everything is so iconic and magical. Okay, let me show you these ruins over here. It used to be like the core of the city back then, like millennia ago actually, where people used to buy and sell a lot of stuff, and the government was also there. Tell me this isn't as gorgeous as it can get. Absolutely. Really gorgeous. But we gotta keep on moving. I just love this real size, authentic models of how the city used to look. And also just look at those trees. They're so extremely gorgeous. If somebody knows the name, please let me know. The ruins we just saw are the forums of Trajan and Augustus, which were once bustling marketplaces at the heart of ancient Rome. Though only fragments remain today, they stand like life-sized exhibits in a city that feels like an open-air museum. Too bad this is under reconstruction, because for me, I know Romans don't like it that much, but for me this building, La Torta, or the wedding cake, is honestly the prettiest one in the whole city. Never quite seen anything remotely as beautiful as this. Il Vittoriano, a more official name for this gorgeous monument, is not necessarily disliked by Romans, but many of them, especially among older generations, believe that the building is a bit too flashy, contrasting way too much with the surrounding architecture. So sometimes don't do as Romans do, I guess, and just embrace all of its beauty. Now we're gonna head from one fountain to another. But the next fountain I'm gonna show is probably the most famous fountain in the world. This part is hilly again. Gotta have a lot of force to ride here, and I'm so out of shape. Ciao. And I got to say something about Italian people. They are always so happy, cheerful, smiling, very outgoing. People are the best part of Italy. Something negative about the city though is that it is quite dirty, you know? And I don't know why is that the case, but it's quite sad to see the city this way. Hi, good morning. We're almost there, just one more turn. It must be super crowded though, I expect that for sure.
And there you have it, Fontana di Trevi, which more than just a fountain, looks like theater itself. A scene that has been frozen mid-drama. Wild and calm seahorses bursting through walls, a god standing still and proud, and a feeling that at any moment, everything will start moving again, spilling ocean water into the city.
It is actually only my second time seeing it, and it's just so gorgeous. Seriously, gigantic, majestic. It's not too crowded right now. Fantastic. Love the fountain, but gotta say goodbye to it as we have to keep moving on. I need to keep showing places because there is so much in this city, you have no idea. Alright, now we're heading towards the Spanish Steps, which lead to a cathedral, also extremely majestic. There's a fountain at the bottom as well, where you can get some water to drink. That's something super nice in Rome, that there's lots of tiny fountains and water sources here, and all the water is drinkable.
Although the square carries the name of Spain, it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the country itself, but rather got its name due to the proximity of the Spanish embassy that has been in the area since the 1600s. It consists of a half-sunken boat fountain, Fontana della Patria, which according to a story was inspired by a real sunken boat that appeared in the area during a flood caused by the Tiber River. Then you have the magical Spanish steps, which lead to the church of Trinidad dei Monti. You will find a lot of people sitting quietly on almost each one of the 135 steps, enjoying the scenery. And finally, of course, you have the square itself, which feels like a secret open space surrounded by narrow streets in every possible direction.
That thing you see on top, over there, that's the cathedral. And you can climb all these steps to get over there, which is what we're going to do, carrying my camera and the bike. Awesome. Really looking forward to this part. My favorite part of the whole route. Finally done. The view from over here is also quite stunning. Ni hao, 小朋友. So we're gonna head towards there very soon. After this, after showing you Villa Borghese.
So, what is Villa Borghese? Well, basically a huge garden of art and beauty, with the intention of collecting and showing off art. It was designed by Cardinal Scipione Borghese, a passionate and very powerful art lover. What sets the villa apart, though, is that unlike most places in Rome, this one portrays art within nature. The territory itself is a park, which hides statues, fountains, and all kinds of art pieces throughout its corners. At its core, it has the Borghese Gallery, containing masterpieces by Caravaggio, Raphael, Bernini, and Canova, among others. On top of that, the park also has a small lake where you can rent a boat, a great view of the city that was shown to you before, and several small restaurants where you can grab a bite in case you get hungry.
Ciao. Magari che caldo. I'm gonna get some water refill. It's so hot already. Got my water bottle here. Okay, now we're gonna be going finally downhill. We're going towards Piazza del Popolo, the one I showed you before. It's just crazy how you keep seeing beautiful thing after beautiful thing after beautiful thing here in Rome. It doesn't give you any break from seeing beauty. I love it.
Piazza del Popolo, which means People Square, is located by the northern gate of the ancient city wall and was once the main entrance to the city of Rome. The shape of the square is oval, and at the center of it you will find the Flaminio obelisk. Then you have the twin churches at the south of the square, Santa Maria dei Miracoli and Santa Maria in Monte Santo.
Oh my god, it's so crazy beautiful. Anywhere you look, it's just so good looking. Let's take another break in the sun. But nothing lasts forever, not even beautiful breaks. So let's keep on going. Everything is in such a good mood. Reminds me of Disneyland, you know, to be in Rome. Everybody is like wandering around, super happy, you know, friendly. Just everybody's smiling all the time.
Now we're heading towards the oldest building in the city, but the road leading there is just as astonishing. Rome is packed with beauty and unique architecture at every turn. Different styles are juxtaposed within just a few square meters, and old ruins are scattered around like no one minds them. Yet what's truly impressive is how effortlessly it all comes together into something so organically beautiful.
We're going to the Pantheon now. Another amazing building, perhaps on my top 3 for sure in the whole city. Maybe top 1. Assaggiando in bicicletta, penso a te.
That's it, the oldest building in the ancient city, the Pantheon. Built nearly a century before the Colosseum, it has never been abandoned, standing through the millennia as a temple, a church, a royal and artistic mausoleum, and today, a treasured cultural monument. Its perfect symmetry is striking to the naked eye, and one cannot help but pause and marvel at how such a sublime structure was created so long ago, with its intricate details, its enduring facade, and the remarkable truth that there is still nothing quite like it, even in a city as rich as Rome.
gotta love how you can sit next to it and chill. And it's allowed, you know, you have such a marvelous historic place dating almost 2,000 years ago, and you can just sit next to it, you know. It's time to come back. There is just 2 more things I've got to show you guys. What a mind-blowing sight, you know. This corner mixes everything, all the different eras that Rome has been through, all the beauty mixed, preserved. It's just unbelievable.
And nope, this is not the Colosseum, but rather Teatro Marcello, a project started by Julius Caesar, and it's said to have served as inspiration for Rome's most iconic building. The funny thing about the theater though is that the lower part of it belongs to the city of Rome, whereas the upper portion are private residences. What impressed me the most about the city is how for thousands of years, generation after generation, the people here have preserved, honored and respected their cultural heritage. That says a lot about the kind of people Italians are. Arrivederci Roma. Ci vediamo la prossima volta.
I just noticed how dirty my shirt looks with all my sweat. I apologize. It's just been very challenging and exhausting physically, but beautiful. Super enjoyable. Done. That's it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what do you think about Rome in the comments below. I'm pretty sure you have a lot to say. Such a wonderful city. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you next time. The way.
Certo. È divertente.
Magari che caldo.
Ciao Tole, ci vediamo. Quando? La prossima settimana.
Oddio.
È la verità.